dark Saturday night in November 1963 saw the broadcast of the first ever episode of Doctor Who. Groundbreaking in many ways, but right from the outset, it gave viewers something exceptional, something unique, something haunting. The world heard the Doctor Who theme for the very first time. The theme was written by Ron Grainer, who went on to have a long career composing iconic television themes. But it was the arrangement and production by Delaware Derbyshire that really set it aside from anything that had ever been heard before. Its electronic composition, combined with sound effects that were ahead of its time, cemented its place in history. Even today, this original version of the theme sounds fresh and, well, just perfect. The original theme remained essentially the same for 10 years, with all but some minor tweaks to the composition. Then, in 1972, a chain of events culminated, resulting in a brand new, more modern theme based on the original being commissioned. This was known as the Delaware theme, as a nod to the Delaware studio where it was recorded, but more of that shortly. It wasn't unusual for long-running TV shows to have a wholesale update of the signature theme whilst maintaining the DNA of the original. Long-running British soap opera EastEnders had a theme overhaul in 1993, but this proved so unpopular with viewers that it was replaced with a version much more similar to the original, only 11 months later. Anyway, back to Doctor Who. 1973 signalled the 10-year anniversary of Doctor Who, with Season 10 set to feature 5 stories. The Carnival of Monsters, Frontier in Space, Planet of the Daleks, The Green Death, and premiering with the 3 Doctors with the return of William Hartnell, albeit in a very limited role, and Patrick Troughton. There is some misunderstanding that this first theme was scheduled to appear on the second story of the season, The Carnival of Monsters. This is likely due to the fact that the theme was discovered on an episode of this story on the exported Australian version. What is much more likely that this new and now lost Delaware theme was intended for the entire season, set to make its first appearance on the 3 Doctors. As part of the 10-year celebration of the series, a revamped theme would make absolute sense. That this theme also appeared on episodes of Frontier in Space that arrived in Australia does firmly support this position. And this is where we delve into why it never appeared. It's unclear who suggested or commissioned the new theme. I'd guess producer Barry Letts is the most likely. He had creative control. I doubt anyone from the BBC management would have got involved at this level, other than suggesting something special for the anniversary. But then this raises the question as who vetoed it? Barry Letts? I doubt he would have cancelled his own commission work, and let's be honest, the theme's not bad at all. And I doubt it was the BBC management for the reasons already discussed. They probably couldn't tell one version of the theme from another. It may have been that it just didn't feel right and was too modern for Doctor Who. Changing minds on this was financially possible, as it was produced in-house. A strong reason to support it was simply a case of deciding against it once it had been seen against the opening and closing footage. It is reported the theme was completed in 1972 at the BBC Delaware Road Studios, now the BBC Maida Vale Studios. The theme was arranged by Brian Hodgson and Paddy Kingsland. Hodgson had worked on Doctor Who since its start, acting as a sound technician. He famously created the iconic Dalek voices using a combination of distortion and a ring modulator.
Exterminated, I understand.
Kingsland worked as a composer for a number of Doctor Who stories and other television series. The two were supported by Delaware Derbyshire acting as a producer, as she had done 10 years previously on the original theme. This new theme used a Delaware synthesizer, the name given to the BBC's slightly adapted EMS Synthi 100 synthesizer, named after the BBC studio it was housed in. A number of Doctor Who stories featured incidental music created on this instrument, with Malcolm Clarke being a composer who was a big fan of it. Indeed, his music for Earthshock is both eerie and unique. For whatever reason, the new version of the theme was abandoned before the start of season 10. Vague sources cite BBC executives, but I'm not sure they would have felt that strongly over it. It certainly wasn't fan pressure, as the theme only surfaced to the general fan base about 10 years later. And it's also unlikely that Barry Letts would have pulled the plug on what was most likely his idea on commission. If the new theme was awful, or didn't resemble the iconic theme in the slightest, I could understand why the production team got cold feet. But it wasn't. It was different. Delia Derbyshire arguably made it as unique as she had the original 11 years previously. With the passage of time, many of the questions we have over the Delaware theme will remain unknown. But what we do have is a wonderful audio time capsule, rescued from the export copy of the Carnival of Monsters. Thanks for watching, and I really do appreciate you staying this long. If you did enjoy this, go and check out my channel for lots more Doctor Who related nonsense. And if you really liked it, give me a like and a subscribe. It really does motivate me to do more.